It's Madison Bulldog basketball on Dakota's Best AM 1390. Now let's head courtside for the Bulldogs pregame show.
And welcome to Dell Rapids High School here on Dakota's Best AM 1390 KJAM and online. Those of you joining us on our stream at amazingmadison.com. I'm Matt Gross. Madison Bulldog girls basketball coming your way here tonight from Dell Rapids. The Madison Lady Bulldogs 1-2 on the season, looking to pick up their second win and looking to do it in conference play here against the Warriors of Dell Rapids. Madison girls were on the road yesterday, took on Arlington. Madison shot the ball pretty well overall, especially from three-point range in the game. Madison finished 8 of 10 from three-point range, 47% shooting overall in the game, but they were plagued by turnovers. Madison had 33 shot attempts and 32 turnovers. You factor in offensive rebounds, they gave them a few more shot attempts, and Madison turned it over basically on a little over half their possessions in that game yesterday. It's just not sustainable. And then with that, shooting, they still found themselves definitely in the game at halftime. And then it amounted a little fourth quarter comeback that, for a minute it looked like maybe with 2 minutes left, Madison might be able to get it to single digits. But in the end, they lost yesterday to Arlington by a final of 54-43. Zoe Gary finished the game with a double-double at 24 points and 3 rebounds. Cheyenne Wallowing Bull had 3 points and 6 boards for the Bulldogs. Carly Lur's couple of three-pointers finished with 6 points, second leading scorer in that game for Madison. A good Arlington team that's got a lot of really good young talent on it. Dell Rapids, also a pretty young team here with just a couple of seniors on the season for the Warriors. Madison girls, as we said, trying to pick up a win number 2. They started their season with a loss to Elk Point Jefferson. They beat Elkton Lake Benton in the Entringer before yesterday afternoon's loss to Arlington. Following this game against Dells, Madison has a home contest coming up on the 10th against Vermilion. Then they're on the road against Flandreau and Chester. They've got matchups with Beersford, Sioux Falls Christian this week. They'll take part in the DVC, or this month, they should say. They'll take part in the DVC Classic. They still got Lennox, T, and Tri-Valley and Dubrook all coming up in the month of January. We're rolling on here. This is the F&M Co-op Oil pregame show on AM 1390 KJAM. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back to Dell Rapids, talk a little more about this game, including the Warriors season. That's after a 3-minute timeout on your F&M Co-op Oil pregame show on KJAM.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, talking about sweepstakes scams. We all want to receive that call that says we've won a sweepstakes, and scammers know this. If you receive a call or an email saying you've won, but you need to pay taxes by placing money on a gift card or by mailing cash, it's a scam. It is illegal to ask for funds up front for taxes, tariffs, or customs. If you've been victimized by this scam, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
At Cenex, we're more than your gas station. We're your neighbor. We've got soup when you're under the weather and treats when you're over the moon. We've got fuel when you've got places to go. And most of all, we've got a big heart when it comes to supporting this community, because it's our community too.
F&M Co-op Oil is a proud supporter of our community activities. For service for your vehicle, fuel, propane, and premium Cenex lubricants, see the professionals at F&M Co-op Oil. Plus, they're your tire headquarters, from the smallest cars to the biggest tractors. F&M Co-op Oil, West Highway 34 in Madison.
MDL Madison has all your beverage needs. Pull up to the drive-thru window where you're always greeted with a smile. MDL has a large selection of fountain, bottle, and canned beverages, plus snacks, convenience store items, and gas pumps to top off your tank. MDL Madison is open every morning at 5. Make sure to like MDL on Facebook to see more cheap prices every day, because discount is their middle name. MDL is where customers always go.
You love MDL. You love MDL. You love MDL.
Badger Oil has been a trusted name in southeastern South Dakota for over 30 years. They specialize in auto repair, mobile and Chevron lubricants, propane tank sales and installation, temporary heat sources for construction and fuel, plus propane, gas, and diesel. Whether you need a tank filled for a backyard grill or for your farm or home, Badger Oil can handle all of your needs. They're family-owned and take pride in their customers. Call Badger Oil today at 983-5412. Badger Oil, proud supporters of area athletics.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Visit Cunard Williams Insurance in Madison today.
First Interstate Bank in Madison has a mission to help you and your money work better together. A vision to help you every day with your money goals and values people first while also seeking greatness, integrity, celebrating success, and a commitment to the community. First Interstate Bank in Madison has many personal banking options for you to choose from, including checking and savings accounts, home, auto, or construction loans, plus wealth management services and business accounts. See how they can help you today by visiting firstinterstatebank.com.
Welcome back to Dell Rapids High School. It's Madison Bulldog girls basketball, your F&M Co-op Oil pregame show here on AM 1390 KJAM, brought to you by F&M Co-op Oil in Madison. If the recent snowy weather has you decided that you need a new set of tires on your vehicle, stop in today to F&M Co-op Oil in Madison. Madison Bulldogs on the road here, taking on the Warriors in Dell Rapids tonight. The Warriors are 1-3 on the season. They started their year off at Chester, losing to the Chester area Flyers 59-54. Madison, by the way, has a matchup with Chester coming up a week from today at the DSU Fieldhouse, part of that Dakota State University Classic. So after that season opening loss on the 17th of December, a few days later, they followed that up, taking on a very good Garrettson squad that still hasn't lost on the year, fell 60-45. Then lost to Flandreau 61-42. And then on the 5th, just a few days ago on Thursday, they went to Canton and defeated the Canton Seahawks 49-40 for their first win of the year. So a 1-3 Dell Rapids squad that comes into play here today. Of course, this game was supposed to be played earlier this year. It was actually scheduled to be, I think it was the first game of the season, if I'm remembering correctly. And that, December blurred together with all the postponements, the snow, the ice, and the cold. But these teams were supposed to be here back early in December. And it was one of the first, in retrospect, light snowfalls that we had of the year. But the schools decided to postpone it, and not realizing, of course, we're going to have to do that about 8 more times over the next month. Now we're ready to get some basketball in here. It was a pretty nice ride down with a lot of sunshine, watching roads melt today. Hopefully we get a little more of that, because we've got a lot of basketball action coming up for everybody, because almost, all these teams around the area have lost at least a couple of games that have to be moved. And now teams, instead of playing 2 or 3 games a week, are playing 4 or 5 games over the course of the week. In fact, Madison basketball, whether between the boys and the girls, has games this week every day but Wednesday. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday basketball games. And on Saturday next week, we've got another case like we had yesterday of both the Madison girls and boys in action in different locations on the same day. It doesn't happen too often. A lot of times you get the double headers, of course. Every once in a while, you'll have them in opposite locations. And that's what we're going to have next Saturday when Madison boys take part in the DVC Boys Classic in Coleman. And the Madison girls will be at home in that Dakota State University Classic. This game, not the only one we've got here on our KJM stations today. The Dakota State University women's basketball team already victorious this afternoon as they were at home picking up their victory over Dickinson State. Final score in that one. This is after DSU put a a huge, like 40-some point win on Valley City last night. Lady T's followed that up today with an 80-53 win over Dickinson State. And right now over on our sister station, Jammin' Country FM 103, it's just underway between DSU men and Dickinson State. Currently, Dickinson's got a 1-point advantage, 5-4 in the very early going of that one over on our sister station, Jammin' Country FM 103. So the Madison girls trying to solve the turnover problem. Saw a little bit of it late in the first quarter. Madison was able to get into their offense, and what happened? They've got good shooters, and they got into their shooting rhythm and knocked down some shots and took what was an 11-point deficit, turned it into a 2-point deficit at the end of the first quarter yesterday. And then things got out of hand in the second and the third quarter. In the fourth, what'd you see? Offense got a little bit of rhythm. They stopped the turnovers for a little bit, and Madison hit some shots. And suddenly, what was a 22, I think, point lead turned into a 10-point lead. So Madison's got the ability to score. They've got some players that can shoot here on this team, but they have to be able to operate without turning the ball over. And that comes in all facets of offense. It comes in the just getting the ball across the timeline against the press, and it comes to everybody touching the ball and needing to get it into their hands and out of their hands securely offensively. You can't have just one or two players running the entire offense. At some point, all 5 players on the floor are going to have the ball in their hands, and you got to trust them that they're going to be able to make that catch and then make the pass out of traffic if they're in it. And for about 3.5 quarters yesterday, that just wasn't the case. Part of that 36 turnover day that the Bulldogs had. Taking a look at the road ahead here while we've got a moment, by the way. We're about, I'll say, 4 minutes from tip-off here. Taking a look at what is coming up for the Madison girls and boys for basketball and athletics overall next week. On Monday, it's the Madison girls taking on Flandreau. That game will be at Madison... Or pardon me, no, not on Monday. That's 7th and 8th. Wrestling, there we go. I knew there was a varsity event on Monday. It's Madison High School Wrestling. That'll be going on at Dual. Then on Tuesday, you've got the Madison girls and boys. Their doubleheader against Vermilion at the Madison High School gym. We'll have those games for you here on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com. Madison girls back in action against Flandreau on Thursday at Madison High School. And then on Friday next week, more basketball action. There's not a lot of time off here for these squads now. Madison boys will be at Flandreau on Friday night. And then Saturday, you've got the Madison boys taking on Dell St. Mary in Coleman at 2 o'clock a week from today. And the Madison girls of the DSU Fieldhouse taking on Chester at 4:30. We'll have the boys game from Coleman here on AM 1390 a week from today on Saturday. We have got the national anthem coming up here. We're starting lineups to follow that. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with more of your F&M Co-op Oil pregame show, your starting lineups, and then tip-off. That's coming up after another 3-minute break here on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
At Montgomery's in Madison, Sioux Falls, Watertown, and Aberdeen, you'll not only find high-quality furniture, you'll also find a large selection of flooring, custom window fashions, a wide variety of unique artwork and accessories, and, of course, their complimentary interior design service. For personal service, shop your local Montgomery store today and discover that they're more than just your furniture store. Visit them online at montgomerys.com because you deserve more. Montgomery's wishes the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game.
Kings Lanes and Schmitty's Bar and Grill of Arlington are proud supporters of Arlington Cardinal Athletics. Take a break at Schmitty's for your favorite basket of foods, from roasted chicken to delicious burgers and much more. Kings Lanes has a full-service pro shop and lanes open for your bowling needs. Discounts are available for bowling outings or for groups or parties. Give them a call at 605-983-5945. Open 7 days a week. Kings Lanes and Schmitty's Bar and Grill on Main Street in Arlington. Proud supporter of Arlington Cardinal Athletics.
When looking for flowers for someone, or maybe it's a gift to yourself for your home or office, stop by the Floral Shop in Madison. They can help you choose the right flower arrangement. Tell someone they're amazing, pick out something sweet and simple, or just show your love to that special someone with fresh, beautiful flowers from the Floral Shop in Madison. Visit the Floral Shop in Madison online at floralshopmadison.com to see their fresh flowers for all occasions and other great gift ideas.
Success on the field requires focus, determination, and teamwork. Krug Products wishes good luck to the area players, coaches, and student managers this season. Krug Products has been serving the Madison area since 1947. They have a large inventory of hydraulic hose ends, and adapters. Krug Products also makes custom hoses for LP gas, air conditioning, and power washers. Krug Products, a proud supporter of community activities. Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service. Proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Let's be real. You make things. You grow things. You do things. You want things. And that's where we come in. We're First Bank and Trust, a community bank that understands the unique needs of our community and the people who make it great. First Bank and Trust is just the right size to make big things possible while making sure the small things never feel that way. First Bank and Trust. Real banking. Real easy. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Welcome back to Dell Rapids High School and the MDL broadcast booth here on AM 1390 KJAM. I'm Matt Gross. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for the home team, the Dell Rapids Warriors. Starting this afternoon at the guards, Jenna Miller. She's a 5'6" freshman, number 2. Also the guard is Kerrigan Kindop. She's a 5'5" senior, number 20. And a guard is Claire Winia, 5'7" junior, number 24. The forwards, it's Clara Justice, a 5'9" sophomore, number 30, and Liz Price, a 5'8" senior, number 32 for Dell Rapids. Dustin Steckler is the head coach, Shelby Vogel and Ross Huska, the assistants for the Dell Rapids Lady Warriors. For the Madison Bulldogs, tonight, or this afternoon, I guess, here a little after 5 o'clock as we get ready to get things underway. Starting at the guards will be Audrey Nelson, a 6-foot junior, number 3, and Ella Peterines, a 5'7" junior, number 4. Also at the guard, Zoe Gary, 6-foot senior, number 33. The forward, Cheyenne Wallowing Bull, a 6-foot senior, number 43, and Carly Lurs, a 5'8" junior, number 13 for the Madison Lady Bulldogs. We're about 2 minutes away from tip-off here. Let's take a quick 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with the tip in a minute on KJAM.
As an award-winning critical access hospital, Madison Regional Health System is committed to providing quality health care close to home. Our healthcare system has over 270 knowledgeable and skilled employees who are dedicated to providing exceptional health care to you and your loved ones. For over 135 years, Madison Regional Health System has made your health our priority, and we have been honored to serve and support our local athletes. Go Bulldogs.
Heartland Energy is your hometown power provider, delivering affordable and reliable energy and services to the city of Madison and surrounding areas. Heartland offers a number of programs to help their customers grow and thrive and wants to be your trusted partner if you're looking to expand your business or if you're in need of low-interest financing. Call Heartland Energy today to explore your options at 605-256-6536. Delivering power with a purpose, Heartland Energy is dedicated to delivering reliable energy and services to the city of Madison.
Back here in the MDL broadcast booth, we are ready to go. Dell Rapids and Madison, Dakota 12 Conference Basketball on AM 1390 and online at AmazingMadison.com. I'm Matt Gross here at the MDL broadcast booth. Penelope Corbin engineers our game back at the KJAM studios in downtown Madison. Madison girls picked up a win in the JV game by a final of 21-18. The varsity trying to follow suit here this afternoon. Had a chance to talk to the assistant coach, Tyler Tappy, after yesterday's varsity action in Arlington. Said he liked, what he was seeing, especially on that JV squad. That they could tell the improvement game by game, and it paid off today. They built up a double-digit lead and hung on for the win. Ready to go here in Dell Rapids as the jump is up and the opening tip is controlled by the Bulldogs. Within the front court, here's Peter Rhines. Hands off to Lurs now between the circles. Dell Rapids opens in a 2-3 zone to start things off. Corner on the near side for Nelson now. Nelson pump fakes on a 3. Drives, nearly walked with it. Skip pass across the court to Lurs. Here's Wallowing Bull. Free throw line jumper is up and in. Cheyenne Wallowing Bull starts things off with a 2, and the Bulldogs are on the board first. Here in the opening quarter, Dell Rapids sets their offense into motion. Bulldogs playing it straight up, it looks like a man-to-man defense. They go down into the post for Miller. Miller kicks it back outside into the corner, into the hands of Winia. Winia on the drive, shot no good, and rebounded by Nelson for the Bulldogs. Dell Rapids will walk back, and Nelson will bring this one up into the front court. Bulldogs 2-0 lead here in the Farmers Egg Center scoreboard. Gary in the corner on the left side. Back out top of the key, Nelson. Looks at that 3 again as Dell settles into the zone. Here's Peter Rhines with it on the right wing. Back to the top of the key. Ball movement could probably pick up a little bit here for the Bulldogs. Dells is a little slow to adjust. Here's a free throw line. Jump shot by Gary, and it's up and in. Dells is a little bit slow to, you can see that on that 2-3 zone. That ball gets moved around the arc. If Bulldogs can get their passes going a little bit better, they're going to have some serious opportunities here unless Dells gets out of that zone. Here's a deep 3, up and no good. Air ball that is saved from going out of bounds, and the rebound by Jenna Miller for Dell Rapids. She steps back into the corner right side, and Dells will reset. With the basketball is Winia. Winia back over to Miller right side. She'll try her hand at a 3. That shot's no good. Battle for the rebound. Loose underneath, and it's going to go out of bounds off the hands of Nelson. Stays here with the Warriors, so a pair of second chance opportunities now for Dell Rapids. Nearly 2 minutes into this game and a 4-2 lead, or 4-0 lead rather. Here's a steal on the inbounds by Nelson. Takes that one right away on the inbounds and brings it up. Lurs, wing on the right side. Holden with it. Free throw line. Looking for a post-up opportunity is Wallowing Bull. Gary will fire a 3 instead, and she knocks it down. They left Zoe open. Wing on the left side, and Zoe buries the 3. She's got 5 quick points here in this ball game, coming off that 24-point performance yesterday. 7-0 is the Bulldog lead. Into the corner left side goes Kindop. Now out to Miller between the circles. She directs traffic from there. Crossover dribble, gets around Peter Rhines. Drives towards the corner on the right side. Passes to the middle. Here's Price on a drive. Gets cut off nicely by Wallowing Bull. Kicks it back out for a Miller deep 2. Wallowing Bull with position. Grabs the rebound and hands it off to Nelson for Madison. Good start for the Bulldogs here. 7-0 the score on the Farmers Egg Center scoreboard. Peter Rhines with it. Goes into the corner for Zoe. I'll get up on her a little more aggressively after that 3. Nelson top of the key. Swings it over for Lurs. Now Peter Rhines. Gary coming behind her. They'll go top of the key for Nelson. Nelson hands off Zoe. She'll quick fire on the 3. That one's off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound. Peter Rhines is up and in. And Coach Steckler takes a quick timeout. A 9-0 run for the Bulldogs to open up the opening quarter. 4:52 to play here, quarter number 1. And Madison has the lead, and we have a timeout. We'll take one with them back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Bank West and Madison knows what it takes to build a strong team. This is Tom Kaler, and for more than 130 years, we have earned long-term customer relationships by helping our customers and communities succeed. We pride ourselves in adapting to customer needs and providing top-notch customer service. Whether you prefer banking online, on your phone, or in person, we're here to help. Bank West in Madison is convenient, connected, committed, and proud supporters of area sports. Member FDIC.
Back here on AM 1390 with 4:52 to go in quarter number one. It's a 9-0 lead for the Madison Lady Bulldogs on top of the Dell Rapids Warriors. Madison looking for their first Dakota 12 conference victory of the year. And Coach Steckler fired up after taking that timeout. We heard emphatically telling his team to, quote, wake up. Bulldogs are going to come out on full court pressure here, at least showing it on the inbounds. As Winia triggers it into Miller. Miller's pass intercepted by Nelson. Nelson has it poked away from behind, but she maintains control. Bounce pass over to Lurs. Lurs operating from the wing. Passes for Nelson. Nelson comes free. Pulls up. Elbow right side. Jumper. Good. Audrey Nelson joins the scoring parade here in the opening quarter. It's an 11-0 run to start the game for the Bulldogs. We're almost halfway through quarter number one. Justice, a pass towards Miller on the baseline. She'll pull up with a jumper and just rims out no good. Zoe grabs the rebound for Madison. Passes ahead to Audrey, who slows it up as she comes into the front court here for the Bulldogs. Nelson on the crossover, leaves it off for Peter Hines. Peter Hines finds Lurs, left elbow jumper. That one back in the iron, no good. Rebound was a little long, but pulled in by Winia. Just out of the reach of Wallowing Bull. 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Dell's yet to score. They go into the block. Zoe looking for a block shot. Instead, it's an and one opportunity for the senior Liz Price. Made the quick move on Gary. Sealed her off with her back right foot. Spun in and hit the left-handed hook shot and got the foul call. So 3-point opportunity. Free throw is up and good. The and one completed. Dell's is on the board. 3:53 to go, opening quarter. Dell sets up, showing some pressure here. Madison up 11-3. Nelson lobs it ahead for Lurs across the timeline. Back over to Audrey now. Audrey, near side, Peter Hines. Peter Hines on the attack. Throws it up high off the glass. Too strong, and the rebound into the hands of Price for Dell Rapids. Gives it up to Miller now. Miller driving through traffic. Gets into the paint. Fading away. Got blocked by Nelson. Gets their own rebound. Kicks it back out for a three from Winia. That one's no good. Gary had the ball knocked out of her hands, but she fights for the rebound. Thought she was going to see Nelson released on the floor, but Audrey stayed put, and Gary's pass goes out of bounds, and it gives it back to the Warriors here with 3:21 to go in the opening quarter. 11-3, Bulldogs lead at the Farmers Egg Center scoreboard. Jenna Miller with the basketball, guarded by Peter Hines as she dribbles over to the right side. Pass off to Justice in the corner. Back out between the circles. Price driving. Price got around Peter Hines and Gary, but then lost the ball. Had to kick it back out into the corner and reset. Justice with it. Justice on the drive. Had it poked away by Lurs. Lurs on the floor. Picks it up. Bulldogs want a timeout. Nope, going to be a jump ball. It'll stay here with Dells. Lurs knocked the ball away. Went to the floor to grab it and had the jump ball called. Dells inbounds to the elbow. Handoff Miller. She traveled. And that'll be Bulldog basketball on a Dells turnover with just under 3 to go here in quarter number one. Good start for Madison. They got up the 11-0 lead. They can't take their foot off the gas. Dells looks to abandon the zone here and go man-to-man after getting burned by those 11 points. Here's Wallowing Bull out beyond the arc. Needs some help. Comes in the form of Lurs. Lurs, had a chance to go right back to Cheyenne there, but missed it. Here's Peter Hines. Down to the free throw line, it's Nelson. Nelson wants to hand off to Zoe in traffic. She got fouled. Dells wanted to travel. They get a foul instead. And it will be Madison basketball here as it'll be Zoe triggering the inbound. First sub of the ball game coming in as Ellie Olson, a sophomore from Dell Rapids, a 5'8 guard. Checks into the ball game and replaces Kindop. Pass goes into Nelson. Nelson dribbles it back out to the circle. Nelson then attacks. Right hand in the lane. Got it to go through contact. And it's 13-3. Back to a double-digit lead here for the Bulldogs in this opening quarter. Operating from that right corner now. Winia passes inside. It's Price. Price turnaround shot on Zoe. No good. Offensive rebound. Put back. No. And Gary rebounds for the Bulldogs. Hands off to Audrey. She'll slowly bring this one up into the front court here. Audrey on the crossover. Kicks it out for Peter Hines. Ella waiting. Between the circles, it's Wallowing Bull now. Wallowing Bull. One dribble, handoff Lurs. Peter Rhines trying to post up. They'll get her the ball down low. Peter Rhines trying to scoop shot up and in. Nice move, Ella. I thought she was too far into the basket that time. She got a little kiss off the glass and got it to fall. 15-3, 4 in the game for Peter Rhines for the Bulldogs, who lead it by 12. Winnie sets the offense in motion, gave it up, tried to get it back in a baseline, but it's picked off by Nelson. Oh, a quick whistle on that jump ball. Saw that in the JV game. Not wasting any time. Madison maintains possession, but they lose that arrow there. Nelson, maybe somebody had a hand on the ball for about a second, and then she ripped it away with that quick jump ball whistle. Bulldogs try to beat the dangerous pass by Nelson, trying to beat the press here, and then they gave it to Zoe, and she has her pocket picked by Olsen, who goes up right hand good. That was a little sloppy that time by the Bulldogs. A careless pass and a careless dribble. You can't have those in a game where you've clearly established that you are in this one to win it. Up 10. Nelson in trouble. Needs help. Passes intended for Zoe, out of bounds. Turnover number 2. Back-to-back turnovers by the Bulldogs, opening the door here for Dell Rapids. Dells facing pressure. They beat it easily this time. Going to bring it up with Miller. Jenna Miller dribbles over to the right side, hands it off to a wide open Olsen for 3. Nobody picked her up. She misses it. Nobody boxed her out. She got an open rebound. Bulldogs just forgot that part of the floor existed there. Offensive rebound comes in Price, and then she puts it up and gets fouled. And if that's on Zoe, that's going to be her second. So Madison with a little lapse here. They get 2 turnovers. Then they don't pick up a player. They don't attempt to rebound. And what happens? Their best player picks up her second foul with 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. Attention to detail. Sub here as Winnie checks out, and Clara Justice back into the game for Dell Rapids. And now I've cut it to single digits in a 9-point game. Free throw is up and off the mark, no good. Another offensive rebound for the Warriors. And then a block shot by Nelson. Hello. The middle hitter came in and swatted that one down for the kill. She's got the ball on the crossover. Coming to the left elbow. Still with it as she drives baseline. And we're going to get a moving screen. Yep. Offensive foul on the Bulldogs on Lurs to turn it over. So that's 3 possessions in a row that have now ended with turnovers. And what was a 15-4 lead is down to 15-6 here. Here's a pass in the middle, and it's picked off by the Bulldogs. Gary playing out there with 2 fouls, has it. Throws it ahead. Nelson now with 15 seconds here in quarter number 1. Nelson crosses over, drives, gets inside, puts it up through contact. Oh, they're going to call it offensive foul. Oh, hit the replay on the YouTube if you're watching on the screen. There might have been some feet sliding right there. 9.5 seconds to go for Dells to operate here in this first quarter. Bulldogs will sub. They're going to get Nelson out. She picks up her first foul. Nelson comes out, and coming in is Zenz for the Bulldogs. Final seconds of the first quarter here. Dells will turn it over with 3.5 seconds to go. See what the Bulldogs can do in 3.5. Gary inbounds Zenz. Zenz back to Gary. Gary with a second. The heave is up. That was on target, but just misses. And it's 15-6. Madison leading as we go to quarter number 2. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Back with the second quarter of action from Dell Rapids after this break on KJAM.
Hey guys, Coach Jalen here from Anytime Fitness in Madison, and we want to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. Join Anytime Fitness now and get your 3 weeks of free training. Anytime Fitness is Madison's only 24-hour coaching and fitness facility. When you join, you have access to our staff and equipment to help you reach your fitness goals no matter your schedule or fitness level. Stop in today at Anytime Fitness in Madison and join now to get 3 weeks of training for free. Make healthy happen now at Anytime Fitness in downtown Madison. Go Bulldogs!
Kingbrook Rural Water is a solid presence in the area and a strong supporter of area youth with reasonably priced water that is abundant, reliable, safe, and pure. Kingbrook Rural Water in Arlington is here to serve you, providing your water needs for present and future members. Call Kingbrook Rural Water today at 983-5074. Be rid of your water problems. Have great tasting water with a twist of the wrist. Enjoy Kingbrook Rural Water, proud to support area athletics.
Welcome back to Dell Rapids. And the MDL broadcast booth brought to you by Madison Discount Liquor in Madison, a proud supporter of Madison Bulldog Athletics. Opening seconds here, the second quarter, 15-6. Madison on top. Dell's on the drive, and we're going to get a whistle inside. Watch this carefully because Zoe was in the vicinity, and if it's her, that would be her third. And the foul is on, I think they got Durant in there. Yes. So Durant picks up the foul. And free throws coming here for Dell Rapids. Fifth foul on the Bulldogs here. So Dells, they like to attack inside. They got an opportunity to get the Bulldogs in some serious foul trouble here in this first half. First free throw misses for Ellie Olson. Second one is up. That one will splash through. And it's 15-6. Bulldogs lead. 15-7, pardon me, with just seconds gone by here in the second quarter. Lurs with the basketball off the wing left side. Lurs goes between the circle for Durant. Durant, one dribble right, gives it away Peter Rines. Peter Rines eyeing up the defense, drives baseline, got a little bit too far into the basket that time, couldn't get an angle on the shot, and it's picked up by Dell Rapids. Couriers come the other way, wide open underneath. Again, nobody picks up Ellie Olson, and Coach Hunterbrunner wants a timeout. The Bulldogs can't find number 10, and she was wide open for a layup that time, and the Bulldogs take the timeout. The lead is down to 6, 7:21 to go here, second quarter. We're back after a 30-second break on KJAM.
Rusty and Wyman Funeral Chapel is honored to serve local and area families in their time of need when experiencing the passing of a loved one. Mark Rustan and staff at Rustan Wyman Funeral Chapel are committed to providing the highest quality of care and services for all families who are entrusted in their care. They pride themselves on taking the time to create meaningful, appropriate, personalized services for each and every family they serve in their time of need. Mark Rustan and staff at Rustan Wyman Funeral Chapel is here for you today, tomorrow, and in the future.
7:21 to play, second quarter. Madison 15, Dell Rapids Warriors 9. Matt Gross with you here on AM 1390, and those of you joining us online at amazingmadison.com. Madison girls jumped up to the early lead in this one, but some just lapses in play have given the Warriors the opportunity, and they have stepped through that crack in the open door. Madison has gone on a bit of a turnover run as a young man. I'm going to guess somewhere in the neighborhood of about 2 years old, just ran headfirst into a chair next to me. He's all right. He popped back up, and the Bulldogs have their pocket picked and a lay-in. That one taken away from Zenz by Miller. Another Bulldog turnover, another Bulldogs point off a turnover for Dell Rapids, pardon me. And the lead now down to 4. Pass to the top of the key, almost too high for Zenz, and she gets knocked over. Ball loose, picked up Miller. I think a good no call there. Miller gets it away. Olsen, she walked with it. Yes, Peter Rines got knocked over, but the Dell's defender pushed the ball that Zenz, was holding, and that's what knocked her over. In the end, though, the Bulldogs survive without giving up a point. Now they're going to get Nelson back in for some help on the ball handling. Dells is going aggressive here, and this is the playbook on Madison. If you're playing them, is you got to get after them in full court. Nelson. Dells shows pressure on the inbounds and then lets Nelson walk it up now. She'll pass over to Lurs. Lurs, nice look. Fine down low for Gary. Got the shot blocked. She tries to stay with it, but it's picked up by Dells. That was a great look. An opportunity for the Bulldogs. Comes up empty, though. Winia brings it up, gives away to Miller. Miller back to Winia off the right side, guarded by Peter Rines. Goes around the screen to the left, fires a pass for Miller. A three for the left wing, too strong and out of bounds. And Bulldog basketball. Madison needs to find that rhythm that they had back in the early minutes of the first quarter when they scored 13 points in the first 4 minutes. They've had just 2 since then. 6 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Here's a drive. Peter Rines. That was a nice look inside for the Bulldogs. A great anticipation on that pass by Nelson to find a cutting Ella Peter Rines. She went right head first into contact. She is not afraid to do it and earns herself a trip to the free throw line. First one is up and good. Rattles home. Free throws brought to you by Edward Jones in Madison. What are your investment options? What are your plans for the future? Contact Tyler Brady Wiebe today at Edward Jones in Madison. One more free throw on the way from Ella Peterines off the back of the iron, no good. That's a 5-point lead for Madison, 16-11 here in the second quarter. Drive by Olsen, shot no good. Offensive rebound to Durant. There's that quick whistle again on the jump. I mean, that is unbelievably quick. And Coach Unterbrunner is saying the same thing, like possession arrow to the Bulldogs, but they wasted possession arrow. That ball was contested for less than a second. Nelson over to Peterines. And then we're going to get a offensive foul away from the ball. Going to be on Durant. And that'll be her second. And a turnover by the Bulldogs. With 5:48 to play here in the second quarter. Miller with it. Miller on the drive, gets into the paint, fades away, and the turnaround shot is good with the right hand. Tough shot over the top of Carly Lurs, who had it defended well. And it's a 3-point game now, 16-13. Bulldogs lead. Nelson passes inside, was looking for Zoe. Pass never got to her, intercepted by Dell Rapids. Warriors coming the other way. Here's Olsen with it. Picked up by Gary. Passes right side. Driving now is Winia. Winia on the baseline. Lost a handle. Picked up by Nelson for the Bulldogs. Madison has not trailed in this ball game, but their lead is down to 3 now. Nelson picks up her dribble. Finds Peterines between the circle. Peterines working, trying to back in a little bit on Kindop. Passes the ball 50-50 ball to Zoe. Zoe comes up with it. She drives, baseline, through contact, puts it up, won't go down, but she is fouled. And she will step to the Edward Jones free throw line to shoot 2. So we had a quick 5 first points in this ball game. Had 5 of the first 7 by the Bulldogs. Has been stuck on 5 since then. A chance to change that here from the line. First free throw is up and no good. Foul just the third on Dell Rapids as Durant comes out. Wallowing Bull back in for Madison. One more free throw by Gary is up. That one is good. And it's a 17-13 lead for the Bulldogs here, nearing the midway point of the second quarter. Miller hesitates, crossover, got into the paint, left delay, no good. And rebound to Peterines for the Bulldogs. And then she's fouled by Miller. That'll be her first personal and the team's 4th. So Dells falls back. Let's Madison bring this one up here with 4:37 to go in quarter number 2. 17-13 Bulldogs lead on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Peterines looking for Gary down low. Goes to the wing for Lurs now. Lurs finds the cut on that little give and go to Peterines inside off the glass. No good. She kind of lost her balance a little just before she put that one up. Couldn't really get her feet underneath her. Miller on a drive. Just knifes through the defense and lays it in for 2. She's got 6. And the lead is down to 2, 17-15. Bulldogs. Nelson driving, trying to answer. Off window. Too strong. And rebounded by Winia for Dell Rapids. Gives it to Miller. Miller just going to do the same thing. Drives in. Nope. Gets turned around. Fires it back out for a 3. Chance for the lead from Kindop. No good. Offensive rebound off the mark. And Gary rebounds here for the Bulldogs. Zoe will bring it up herself. Crossing the timeline here for Madison. Pass to Peterines left side. Peterines into the corner for Lurs. Lurs. Nelson thought about that open 3. She'll step back, take that one instead. It's off the mark, no good. And rebounded by Dells. Olsen wants to push the issue, drives inside, runs in to Nelson. Could have been a charge. They'll call it travel instead. Either way, for the Bulldogs, they get the turnover that they desired. Good job by Nelson getting back on defense there. Lurs checks out as we get the first appearance by Ellie Ostis, the 5'8" sophomore guard, into the ball game here for the Bulldogs. Madison up by 2. Nelson Away for Peter Rhines around the arc it goes. Peter Rhines goes free throw line. Zoe, quick jump shot from there is no good. And rebounded by the Dell Rapids Warriors. Here's Miller, wants to go quickly. Miller looks to go inside. Lob pass over the top. Finds cutting Price, and Liz Price has the and one opportunity. We are tied at 17. And this is a chance for Dells to take their first lead of the ball game with just under 3 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Foul was the 7th on the Bulldogs. And first on Cheyenne Wallowing Bull. Free throw is up. No good. And Zoe rebounds for Madison. Game is tied for the first time since we started at zeros. Here's Peter Rhines. Left side it goes for Ostis. Ostis back to Peter Rhines inside. Ball knocked away and out of bounds. Stays here with the Bulldogs. Madison really trying to find that cut to get Peter Rhines in there. They've played that give and go a lot here to Ella. She inbounds out top. Zoe catch and shoot. Straight on three. In and out, no good. And then a foul by Nelson. That's one you just can't have. That's her second. She was in foul trouble all game yesterday. And you have no position. You can't swipe the arm down. It's going to get called for a foul every single time. And in this case, it's going to walk it to the other side and give Dell Rapids a 1-and-1 opportunity here from the Edward Jones free throw line. And a chance for them to retake the lead, or take their first lead, I should say. 17-17, Miller at the 1-and-1, and the first one is good. Dell's on top. Madison was out to an 11-0 lead, and now Dell's with a 1-point advantage, and the official coming over to speak with Zoe Gary here about something. One more free throw from Miller. And she goes 2 of 2 from the Edward Jones free throw line, and it's a 19-17 lead here for the Bulldogs. Pass ahead, Lurs. Lurs in traffic. Goes out top of the key for Zoe. Pump fakes another. Oh, my goodness, they left her wide open, and she didn't take it. She was a few feet beyond the arc. Peter Rhines. Peter Rhines. Offensive foul. Third offensive foul called on Madison here in this first half. Dell's with the basketball, trying to continue this run. Inside, out, corner, three, up, no good. Ostis rebounds for the Bulldogs. Gary brings it up into the front court. Madison trying to get the offense going again. Again, 11 points in the first 4 minutes. 6 since then. We're under 2 to play here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound, or defensive rebound rather, Winia. Then the offensive board by Olsen. Her shot no good. Another chance for Price. That one's off the mark. Ball on the floor, still loose. Put back, no, but a foul. 4 chances at it for Dells. And finally, a foul sends Liz Price to the Edward Jones free throw line with 1:46 to play here in the second quarter. A 19-17 lead for Dell Rapids on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Free throw is up and no good. Foul on Wallowing Bull, her second, team's 10th. She's got 2. Gary has 2. Nelson has 2 for the Bulldogs. One more free throw for Liz Price. She's got 6 in the ball game, looking for 7, and she has it. As the second free throw touches down. And it's a 3-point Dell Rapids lead here, 20-17. Ostis comes into the front court. Bounce pass over to Peter Rhines. Peter Rhines. Oh, might have got away with a shove. She's upset. Here's Gary. Gary between the circles. Ostis to Peter Rhines. Was calling for the ball. Wants Ostis to cut inside. She does. Lost it off the foot of a Dell's player. Stays here with Madison. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gary to trigger the inbound for Madison. Inbounds to Peter Rhines. Peter Rhines right back to Zoe. Corner 3 is blocked. Chance to get at the rebound. Nope, it's going to be taken away by Dells. Poked out of bounds then by Peter Rhines, and it stays with the Warriors. 1:13 to play here in the first half. 20-17. Dell's on top. It's been a 20-6 run for Dell since the early Bulldog advantage. Miller, step back, three, short. Rebound, Peter Rines for Madison. Pushes it into the front court, but she's got no numbers. Turns around, hands it back off to Zoe Gary. That was a 1-on-4 and a wise decision by Ella. Here's Lurs with it. Lurs, top of the key, wide open. Gary, three. Go! It popped out. That was halfway down. Nearly taken away by Ostis, and now coming up with it is Dells. Into the front court comes Knapp. And then a double dribble by Winia over there for Dells. Gives it back to the Bulldogs. 42 seconds to play here in the first half. Dells up 20-17. Peter Rines will start the offense here for Madison. Taking her time. Bounce pass was deflected, but it comes to Lurs. Lurs. Skip pass over to the left wing. Into the hands of Peter Rines. Looking down for Zoe. Zoe got good position. Shot no good. A rebound. Ostis, and she's fouled. And that will send Ostis to the Edward Jones free throw line here with 23 seconds to go in the first half. And a chance to cut into this 3-point Dell Rapids advantage. Ostis free throw is up and good. Second one on its way. This one is good. Ostis goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line, brought to you by Edward Jones in Madison. It's a 1-point Dell Rapids lead now. 19-20 here with 20 seconds to go. Warriors can hold for the final shot if they want to, as Jenna Miller dribbling it with Peter Rines on her. With 10 seconds now. Passes right side into the hands of Winia. Winia looks to go baseline. Cut off by Lurs. Got it inside. Ball's loose on the floor. Picked up by Price. That shot no good. And the first half will come to an end. Madison starts with a big run in this game, but Dells comes back and takes a 1-point lead into the locker room. 20-19 over the Madison Lady Bulldogs. Your Wilbur Ellis halftime show is coming up next. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back to check this game and some other scores from around the area. That's coming up in our Wilbur Ellis halftime show after a 3-minute break on KJAM.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, plant protection, and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing Asgrow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
At Cenex, we're more than your gas station. We're your neighbor. We've got soup when you're under the weather and treats when you're over the moon. We've got fuel when you've got places to go. And most of all, we've got a big heart when it comes to supporting this community, because it's our community too.
F&M Co-op Oil is a proud supporter of our community activities. For service for your vehicle, fuel, propane, and premium Cenex lubricants, see the professionals at F&M Co-op Oil. Plus, they're your tire headquarters, from the smallest cars to the biggest tractors. F&M Co-op Oil, West Highway 34 in Madison.
You've worked hard to get to this moment. Practicing, learning, preparing, living. And what matters now is what you do in this moment. On the court, mat, field, rink, or pool. And we're all here cheering you on while you make memories with your friends. You are persistent, and we are here for you. No matter the time, place, or season. Your community, your future, our focus. That's Kibble Equipment.
Builders First Source is your trusted source for quality steel building supplied by Metal Sales Manufacturing. Metal Sales has superior service from high volume production to high-end ultra custom. Whether your project needs are straightforward or complex, the experts can walk you through every detail while keeping you on schedule and on budget. Stop into Builders First Source in Madison to discuss metal buildings, whether a repair or new. Builders First Source in Madison offers free estimates.
There's nothing like watching the sun rise over your fields, the smell of hope in the air. At Mustang Seeds, we're ready to help you plan for the next planting season and committed to boosting your yields and increasing your profitability with quality seed genetics customized to your farm ground and your way of farming. Lock in preseason cash discounts, rewards, and competitive pricing by contacting your local Mustang DSM or dealer. Mustang Seeds. Plant with pride.
If you love the office but you don't want to stare at a screen all day, Bud's Cleanup Service in Madison has a perfect job for you. Join the amazing team at Bud's Cleanup Service. They're looking for applicants to work flexible hours in the office and route work. This position is 40 hours per week with overtime available, plus health, vision, life insurance, and PTO. Feel accomplished and work outside with a great family-oriented business. Apply in person at Bud's Cleanup Service, 114 West Center Street in Madison, or email budscleanup@gmail.com.
Welcome here to Dell Rapids again in our Wilbur Ellis halftime show, brought to you by Wilbur Ellis in Chester. Contact your local field experts today. Wilbur Ellis, where they never stop looking ahead. 20-19 is our score here at halftime. The Madison Bulldogs jumped out to an 11-0 lead in the ball game here over Dell Rapids. We were 4 minutes into the game before Dell's got their first points. And since then, the Couriers on a run of their own. Madison just got, you could just kind of feel the intensity that they started the game with. Just kind of, it vanished, and it vanished quickly there, where they turned it over by my count on 6 of 7 possessions at the end of the first and to start the second quarter. They had kind of just some defensive lapses and then got into foul trouble as well. And Dells took advantage to come back and take the lead here, 20-19. Jenna Miller leading the way, leading all scorers here with 8 points for the Couriers, 7 from Liz Price. Those two doing most of the damage for Dell Rapids. For the Madison Bulldogs, Zoe Gary with 6 in the ball game. Ella Peterines with 5. Audrey Nelson with 4. 2 for Ellie Ostis for the Bulldogs. 2 also for Cheyenne Wallowing Bull for Madison in the first half. Whatever Madison was doing early on, boy, they've got to get back into that. That was some good basketball Madison was playing early. They were being aggressive defensively. They were controlling the defensive glass. And offensively, they were getting baskets in all kinds of ways. They were getting three-point shots, getting really good looks. They've still had some good looks, particularly Zoe has had some three-point opportunities. It just hasn't gotten them to go down. And, if they keep leaving her with some good-looking shots, she's going to start burying those sooner or later. And there's been some space inside, but that's been the case for both teams. Madison has got to find a way to keep Jenna Miller out of the paint. She has been able to drive in. She and Ellie Olson off the bench, they have both just at times driven through the defense like there's nobody home, and that's got to come to an end for the Bulldogs if they want to pick up win number 2 on the season here in Dell Rapids. Other games going on today in girls basketball. Dubrook area beat Chester 82-51. Some other games still to come today. Florence Henry and DeSmit girls are just underway. Castlewood and Dual will play a little later on today. In some Class A girls basketball later today, you've got the Flandreau Flyers taking on Beersford. And West Central will do battle with Lakota Tech later today. Boys basketball, Flandreau boys beat Garrettson 43-31. Sioux Valley beat Baltic 67-53. Beersford topped McCook Central Montrose 59-51 today. Parker beat Chester 51-27 earlier today. Some of the basketball games around the area. We're going to take another 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with the second half of this ball game when our Wilbur Ellis halftime show continues in 3 minutes on KJAM.
Today's housing market can move quickly, and that's why First Premier Bank has developed a streamlined mortgage process to move your financing through the system as efficiently as possible. From our convenient online application to the day you close, our mortgage bankers are committed to providing personal and responsive service. We want to make your home happen by making the mortgage process as easy as possible. Apply online at firstpremier.com/home. First Premier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kinsley Funeral Home is family-owned for nearly 80 years, serving the Madison, Salem, Hartford, and surrounding areas, offering funeral, cremation, and traditional services. Andy and Laura of Kinsley Funeral Home, Hartford Chapel in Hartford, Kinsley Funeral Home in Salem, and Kinsley Funeral Home in Madison are always there to help you with any planning or questions you may have. Without cost or obligation, Andy and Laura can provide facts about pre-need funeral planning. Kinsley Funeral Home in Madison, Salem, and Hartford.
Buying a home is one of the largest investments many people will make in their lifetime. Weber Abstract will make your investment secure. Hi, I'm Kelly with Weber Abstract. For over 70 years, we have helped so many wonderful people build their trust in our services. We strive to continue that tradition for another 70 years. Call 256-4640 to speak with one of our local and knowledgeable staff that serves all of Lake County. You can also visit our website at weberabstract.com. Weber Abstract, why go anywhere else?
Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service of Bob's Electric in Madison. No matter if it's new or existing service upgrades, things like lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans in farm, commercial, or residential areas, Bob's Electric can handle your electrical needs. They also offer 24-hour electrical emergency service. Bob's Electric serves Howard, Canova, Madison, and surrounding areas. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric, serving Southeast South Dakota.
MDL Madison has all your beverage needs. Pull up to the drive-thru window. We are always greeted with a smile. MDL has a large selection of fountain, bottle, and canned beverages, plus snacks, convenience store items, and gas pumps to top off your tank. MDL in Madison is open every morning at 5. Make sure to like MDL on Facebook to see more cheap prices every day, because discount is the middle name. MDL is where customers always go.
You love MDL. You love MDL. You love MDL.
Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service of Bob's Electric in Madison. No matter if it's new or existing service upgrades, things like lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans in farm, commercial, or residential areas, Bob's Electric can handle your electrical needs. They also offer 24-hour electrical emergency service. Bob's Electric serves Howard, Canova, Madison, and surrounding areas. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric, serving Southeast South Dakota.
Badger Oil has been a trusted name in southeastern South Dakota for over 30 years. They specialize in auto repair, mobile and Chevron lubricants, propane tank sales and installation, temporary heat sources for construction or fuel, plus propane, gas, and diesel. Whether you need a tank filled for a backyard grill or for your farm or home, Badger Oil can handle all of your needs. They're family-owned and take pride in their customers. Call Badger Oil today at 983-5412. Badger Oil, proud supporters of area athletics.
Welcome back here to Dell Rapids as our third quarter underway. First possession ended up with a quick Dell's turnover, and the Madison Bulldogs have the basketball here following a Dell Rapids foul on Jenna Miller. So just a few seconds gone by, and we are underway here third quarter. Madison trailing by a point, trying to retake the lead here on this possession. Nelson off to Gary, top of the key here. Gary looking, finds Lurs, left wing. Pass goes to Nelson. She got a little shove just as it was coming, but she's able to secure it. She drives inside the paint, throws it up off window, gets it to go down and one for Audrey Nelson. She drove into traffic, used her height and her jumping ability to just get up, threw it towards the glass, and it fell in. She was looking for the foul, and then she gets the and one. Free throw by the junior is up and no good off the back of the iron, and it's a 1-point lead for the Bulldogs, 21-20 here on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Drive by Miller with a left-hand shot, no good. Good D by Peter Rhines, rebounded by Wallowing Bull for the Bulldogs. Ahead to Nelson, and Audrey will bring this one up. Looks right side, bounce pass over to Zoe. Wallowing Bull comes to the elbow. Pass goes Peter Rhines between the circles. Minute gone by here. Third quarter. Pass nearly taken away. Lurs controls, though. Lurs goes inside Nelson. She had great position. Same thing that Audrey did, I think, to Claire Justice at the end of the second quarter when Justice had perfect rebounding position. And Audrey just, tried to hack away over the shoulder. They're going to call that every time. Same thing there. Audrey had perfect position to catch it in a high post, and Justice just tried to, kind of swipe down on the shoulder to get the ball, and that is the easiest call for an official. Nice drive and a left shoulder turn, right-handed hook shot, good by Nelson, who's scored all 4 points for the Bulldogs to start this third quarter. Drive inside and a runner by Price, no good. Offensive rebound, no. Gary with the board for Madison. She will bring it up herself here. Bulldogs back up by 3. High pass through the fingertips of Lurs, picked up by Dells. On a dead sprint comes Price the other way. The scoop shot, no good. And the rebound again to Gary for Madison. Nelson comes across the DR logo at center court. Passes left side for Peter Rhines. Peter Rhines waits there with it. Peter Rhines on the attack. They're going to get her for the offensive foul. She's confused and doesn't know what to do about it. And the official is giving her the stink eye as he comes to signal what it was that he called to the scorer's table. Peter Rhines upset with the initial contact. She definitely pushed off with the forearm. She wanted the first one called. And it's a couple of times that's happened to her, and so she's frustrated as she comes back the other way on her second foul, both of them offensive. Dell Rapids basketball, 6 minutes to go here, third quarter, 23-20 is the Madison lead. Between the circles, it's Olsen. Olsen driving towards the corner, then hands it off to Price. Price outside, 3-ball, Miller, no good. Rebound loose underneath. We're going to get a jump here, and it will stay with Dell Rapids. Winia triggers the inbound, lobs in Price at the free throw line. Price into the paint, back out Miller. Miller drives inside, high pass out, Winia. Winia baseline drive, runs into Gary, shots up no good. Gary gets knocked down, ball not then blocked from behind by Nelson. Back out top of the key for an Olsen three, no good. And finally, a rebound secured by the Bulldogs and Zoe Gary. Pass ahead to a wide open Peter Rhines. Will take the three. No good. Hits the top of the backboard. That'll be out of bounds and Dell Rapids basketball. 5:14 to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs have been able to hold Dell Rapids scoreless. A 4-0 run by Madison over the first nearly 3 minutes of this third quarter. Here's Olsen with it, operating from the wing on the left side. A little pump fake, got Lurs briefly in the air. She drives and kicks it back out behind her. Around to Winia, now to Miller. Miller on the crossover. Step back, thought about that three. Goes between the circles instead to Winia. Nelson on her with 12 on the shot clock. Left side, Miller. Hand in her face, Peter Rhines. Miller on the drive. Throws it up with a running hook. No good. Peter Rhines might have got a piece of that one. Nelson rebounds. Long outlet ahead, Peter Rhines. Ella on the drive. Lost the handle. Got it back in the corner. And then is fouled by Miller. And that'll be number 3 on Jenna Miller. Fourth foul already on Dells here in this third quarter. And that might get Miller out of the game as Shelby Welbig, a junior, is coming in. And nope, Miller's going to stay. It's going to be Clara Justice who comes out. No, now Miller does come out as Kindop is back in. So the leading scorer in the ball game goes to the bench here for Dells with 3 fouls, 4:36 to go in the third. Can the Bulldogs take advantage? Nelson looking to inbound to Gary. Threw it right into the hands of Ellie Olsen instead. Handoff, Winia. Winia has it taken clean away by Nelson. Dribbles right side, lays it up. Too strong, though, on the rebound to Dells. Nelson thought about another steal. I was worried she was going to pick up the foul. She pulled the hand back before she committed that reach in. Here's a drive by Welbig. Welbig runs in towards Peter Rhines, who had it briefly taken away, though. And Dell's still with it. And we're going to get a timeout here by Dell Rapids. 4:05 to go in the third quarter. It's Madison 23, Dell Rapids 20 on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. We'll take a timeout back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
In this, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Visit Cundert Williams Insurance in Madison today.
1:05 to play here, quarter number 3. It's Madison 23, Dell Rapids 20. At the MDL broadcast booth here in Dell Rapids, I'm Matt Gross. Zoe Gary, who's had her thumb on her right hand and that wrist taped up all game, is getting it retaped again right now. She is, for the moment anyway, out of the game. Zen's in here for the Bulldogs. Dell Rapids with it. Drive to the middle for Olson. Got cut off by Wallowing Bull. Passes it back out into the hands of Welbig. Welbig gives it up. Price. Pass outside. Lurs tipped it away, but it's out of bounds. Last touched by the Bulldog Junior. Dell's with it, but just 2 seconds now on the shot clock. Inbounds into the post. Spinning jumper is up. We're going to get a whistle and a foul at the very, very end. And it's going to be 2 shots coming up here for Dells. Liz Price to shoot the free throws. And she'll get 2 off that foul. Free throw is up in the front end and short, no good. One more coming up. Dell's looking for their first point of the second half. Free throw is up. And 0-2 from the Edward Jones free throw line, but an offensive rebound. Put back, no. Nelson rebounds for the Bulldogs. Passes ahead, Peter Rines. Peter Rines without numbers. Oh, and a blocking foul to bail her out. Ellie Olson that time was backpedaling. Peter Rines ran into her. That was a 1-on-4. Ella's going to get the foul against Dells. Gives Bulldogs the basketball underneath the basket. Official comes over. Talk to the scorer's table. Five team fouls on Dells, just 2 on the Bulldogs here in this third. Nelson, pass, no one home. Second time Bulldogs have turned it over in that manner off an inbounds, and it's an easy lay-in for Price. And it's a 1-point game again, 23-22. Here's Zenz on the drive. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Stays with Madison. Gary will check in, replacing Zenz. With 3:25 to go here in this third quarter. That's going to get Jenna Miller up off the bench as well. She'll be back in with Winnie out. She's got 3 fouls. Does Miller on the floor. Nelson also with 3. She takes the inbounds pass for the Bulldogs. 25 on the shot clock. Nelson, pass over to Lurs. Gary trying to post up on the right side. They lob it into a double team. She got it. She puts the shot up quickly, no good. Rebound, Wallowing Bull. Her put back, no, but she got fouled. And that will send Cheyenne Wallowing Bull to the Edward Jones free throw line. Brought to you by Edward Jones in Madison. Contact Tyler Brady Weeby today at Edward Jones. First free throw for Wallowing Bull is up and no good. Two points in the ball game for Wallowing Bull so far this afternoon. Make it 3 as the second free throw splashes through. 1 and 2 from the line, and a 2-point lead for the Bulldogs, 24-22. Miller just inside the arc. She pulls up, bounces inside for Price, kicks it back out. Now over to Miller, nearly taking away Nelson. Miller on the drive, pulls up from 15 and gets the bounce. And we are tied at 24. Just under 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Peter Rines will run the point for Madison. High post for Nelson. Turns around free throw line. Pump fakes to get a defender in the air. Kicks it outside. Lures for a 3. First attempt of the game. She got it. Carly Lurs with the 3. And it's a 27-24 lead for the Bulldogs. Miller with tempo, drives inside, kicks it back out. Now to Olson between the circles. Olson free throw line. Passes in for a turnaround shot from Welbig off glass is good. 27-26. Madison with the lead. Gary will bring it up. Olson on her. Swings over to Peter Rines left side. Now to the high post again for Nelson. Nelson bounce pass outside. Lurs then to Gary. Gary right back to Nelson free throw line. Nelson, if she turns around, Lurs is wide open. She doesn't. She attacks the double team and then really playing it close by picking up a foul. She doesn't. Dell's on the drive. Here's Miller driving inside. Peter Rines got her to stop. She turns around. No good. Nelson rebounds for the Bulldogs. You heard the crowd there. The Dells wanted an elbow from Peter Rhines. Here's a pass into Gary at the high post. She gets a quick double team, kicks it out to Peter Rhines. Peter Rhines on the drive. Peter Rhines leaves it off Wallowing Bull. Wallowing Bull trying to get through traffic. Lost it. Picked up by Price. Price trying to go coast to coast. She does, and the foul. It's foul number 4 on Audrey Nelson. And a chance for a three-point play. Dells is back out in front by a point, 28-27. Nelson picks up her 4th. And the Bulldogs are going to bring 3 subs in here. Lurs and Peter Rhines will also come out. Peter Rhines and Nelson, the physical nature of this game has got them on tilt, and they take a seat on the bench. Zenz and Ostis in along with Durant here for the Bulldogs. Free throw to complete the three-point play is good by Liz Price. 2-point lead for Dells, 29-27, 1:13 to play here, third quarter. Pass left side, Ostis. Ostis, miscommunication between her and Durant. Ball gets picked up by Dells, still loose. Ostis trying to get the possession for Madison. That went off. Oh, I thought it went off Dells. It's going to be Dell Rapids basketball, though. They'll maintain it here following that turnover. 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Dells leading by 2. Inbounds pass. They're looking to go inside. They get it to Price. Shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound Wallowing Bull. Then she gets tied up. And it'll be Bulldog basketball. Gary, Zenz, Wallowing Bull, Ostis, and Durant on the floor here for the Madison Bulldogs. Under a minute to play, third quarter. Durant off the wing right side. Durant looks to go in the block, finds Wallowing Bull up off the glass. She put it in, secured it at the last second, and got it to go. She's got 5, and we are tied at 29. Hesitation to bounce pass inside, running into a double team as Price throws out of it, nearly too high. Olsen saves it from going out of bounds. Here's Miller. Miller attacks, free throw line, runner up off the glass, no good. Zoe rebounds for Madison and gets fouled, and that's going to be a 1-and-1. That'll walk us down to the other end for a 1-and-1. Foul, I believe, going to be on Ellie Olsen, and that'll be her third personal as well. And it'll send Zoe Gary to the Edward Jones free throw line to shoot the bonus. 24 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Gary's got 6 points in the ball game. Misses on the front end of the rebound to Dell Rapids. Miller with the shot clock off comes into the front court here for the Warriors. Over on the left, right wing. Back top of the key, Olsen. Olsen trying to drive on Zenz. Runs her over. They both hit the deck. Ball comes loose for an open 3 for Miller. No good. Rebound Durant. Durant looking for Zoe. And nobody can get a half-court heave up. The third quarter comes to an end. We are all square, 29 apiece on the Farmers Egg Center scoreboard as we head to quarter number 4. We're back in 1 minute on KJAM.
First Interstate Bank in Madison has a mission to help you and your money work better together. A vision to help you every day with your money goals and values people first while also seeking greatness, integrity, celebrating success, and a commitment to the community. First Interstate Bank in Madison has many personal banking options for you to choose from, including checking and savings accounts, home, auto, or construction loans, plus wealth management services and business accounts. See how they can help you today by visiting firstinterstatebank.com.
At Montgomery's in Madison, Sioux Falls, Watertown, and Aberdeen, you'll not only find high-quality furniture, you'll also find a large selection of flooring, custom window fashions, a wide variety of unique artwork and accessories, and of course, their complimentary interior design service. For personal service, shop your local Montgomery store today and discover that they're more than just your furniture store. Visit them online at montgomerys.com because you deserve more. Montgomery's wishes the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game.
Back here in Dell Rapids from the MDL broadcast booth, we are tied at 29, ready to start quarter number 4 in Dell Rapids. Madison breaks the fourth quarter with Gary, Wallowing Bull, Lurs, Peter Rhines, and Ostis. Dell's with the basketball to start this fourth. Between the circles, with it is Justice. Justice leaves it off Miller. Miller on the drive and floats it up over the top of Cheyenne Wallowing Bull and gets it to drop for two. 31-29 lead for the Warriors here. Just underway fourth quarter. Ostis runs the point. Pass over to Peter Rhines on the right side. Guarded by Miller. Peter Rhines driving baseline. Double team comes. She dribbles out. Finds Wallowing Bull. Wallowing Bull on the attack. Had the ball blocked. And the rebound to Dell Rapids. Miller, long pass ahead. Finds Winia for an open 15-foot jump shot, and it drops through in a 4-point run for Dells to start this fourth quarter. Ostis drives and is fouled. Claire Winia with the foul. That'll send Ellie Ostis to the Edward Jones free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. Opportunity for the Bulldogs here to get some points back at the line to get a hit on the front end of these bonus. They've got just 3 team fouls for the Bulldogs, but that's 8 now on Dells, and Ostis drops the first one through. Her first, now with 3 points in the ball game for Ostis. Second from the Edward Jones free throw line is short. Rebound. Oh, Wallowing Bull almost had it. It goes off her fingertips and into the hands of Dell Rapids. Miller pump fakes on a 3. She drives into the paint, through the paint, kicks it outside. Long 2, up off the iron, no good. And the rebound to Peter Rhines for the Bulldogs. Ella will bring it up, run the point herself. Dribbles over to the left side, now spins back to the middle. Picks up her dribble high near the half-court line. Needs some help, trying to create some space. Timeout taken by Madison. 6:42 to play here in the fourth quarter. 3-point Dells lead. Timeout on the floor. Let's take one with them. We're back in 1 minute on KJAM. Kings Lanes and Schmitty's Bar and Grill of Arlington are proud supporters of Arlington Cardinal Athletics. Take a break at Schmitty's for your favorite basket of foods, from roasted chicken to delicious burgers and much more. Kings Lanes has a full-service pro shop and lanes open for your bowling needs. Discounts are available for bowling outings or for groups or parties. Give them a call at 605-983-5945. Open 7 days a week. Kings Lanes and Schmitty's Bar and Grill on Main Street in Arlington. Proud supporter of Arlington Cardinal Athletics.
When looking for flowers for someone, or maybe it's a gift to yourself for your home or office, stop by the Floral Shop in Madison. They can help you choose the right flower arrangement. Tell someone they're amazing, pick out something sweet and simple, or just show your love to that special someone with fresh, beautiful flowers from the Floral Shop in Madison. Visit the Floral Shop in Madison online at floralshopmadison.com to see their fresh flowers for all occasions and other great gift ideas.
6:42 to play here in the fourth quarter. 33-30. Dell Rapids leads on the Farmers Egg Center scoreboard. Zoe Gary to trigger the inbound for Madison following the timeout. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound to Ostis, trying to go back to Zoe quick, and it's taken away by Dells. Bounce pass, layup, left side, too strong. Offensive rebound, loose. Miller's got it for Dell Rapids. Miller works it around the arc. Here's Olsen. Free throw line for Welbig. Welbig drives, kicks out for a Winnie, a 3. No good. Ostis rebounds for Madison. Bulldogs down by 3. Pass left side into the hands of Ostis. One dribble to the right. Picks it up. Fires inside. Lurs. Open elbow. Free throw line. Jumper is good. Lurs, 2 shots, 2 makes, and 5 points. And it's a 1-point lead here for Dells, 33-32. Drive inside by Miller. She kicks it out. Here's Winia on the floater. No good. A collision inside. And Lurs is down for the Bulldogs. Foul is going to be on Madison, but before the shot, foul was on Lurs, and she got the worst of it. She bends over at the waist a little bit. Looking to stay perhaps in here. I don't know. Here's Nelson coming up now to the scorer's table. I think she's going to come in for Lurs. So Lurs out, Nelson in. Dell Rapids basketball. Fresh shot clock following the foul. That was the 4th foul on the Bulldogs as a team here this afternoon. Dell's on the inbounds, gets it to Miller. Miller drives over to the left side, runs into a double team, passes it out. Beyond the arc, now Olsen. Olsen, pump fake, drive inside, up off the window for 2. And the lead back to 3 for the Warriors, 35-32 here, 5.5 to go in the fourth. Peter Rhines operates on the left wing. Passes inside for Gary. Gary turnaround. A fadeaway is good. Money for Zoe. She's got 8 now. Bulldogs need her to heat up. 35-34 Warriors. Here's Kindop. Passes over to the right side. Olsen contested. High arcing 3 is no good. Long rebound into the hands of Nelson for Madison. Across the timeline comes the Bulldog Junior. Hesitation dribble. She gets inside the arc, picks it up. Passes out Peter Rhines left side. Zoe trying to fight through a screen. Out to Ostis now. Ostis give and go back to Peter Rhines. She leans in. She puts it up off window. No good. Out of bounds. Last touched by Price and Dell Rapids. Bulldogs will inbound here. Down a point. 4:53 to go on the Farmers Egg Center scoreboard here in this fourth quarter. Inbounds looking for Zoe. Ooh, just barely came up with it. She drives inside. Tough shot off the heel of the iron. No good. And the rebound, Olsen for the Warriors. Olsen throws ahead Miller. Miller pump fakes on the 3. Drives inside. Got around everybody and lays it in left hand for 2. Miller's got 14, a game high. And it's 37-34 Dell Rapids. Pass over to Ostis, left corner. Ostis waits, trying to get for Zoe inside. Ball is taken away. Zoe was open for a moment, then Ostis tries to get it back, commits the foul. Foul on Ellie Ostis, her first personal, team's 5th. So 1 more to go before bonus. Lurs checks in, replacing Ostis here with 4:19 to play in the fourth quarter. Warriors with the basketball, up by 3, 37-34 as Miller comes into the front court for Dell Rapids. Pass over left side. Winia. Now for Olsen. Olsen pump fakes, drives on Gary, gets into the paint. Scoop shot off the window, no good. Gary rebounds for Madison. Tried to goat Olsen into a foul, but she didn't bite. Zoe across the timeline. Passes for Peter Rhines, left wing. She waits. Here's Nelson. A quick fire 2 is no good. Just inside the arc, and the rebound picked up by Winia for Dell Rapids. Into the front court. Pass left side corner for Miller. Miller into the paint. Now pass off for Price. Price on the drive. Left hand is good. There's been a lot of room to operate in that paint for Dell Rapids in this ball game for Price and Miller. They are both have 14 points, and most of them have come at the rim. 39-34 Dell Rapids. 3:20 to play here, fourth quarter on the Farmers Egg Center scoreboard. Lurs sets a screen, trying to get Zoe free, and does. Zoe has it now. A triple team comes, and she got fouled, and that will send Zoe Gary to the Edward Jones free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. Gary to the line on the 9th team foul on Dell's. First free throw is up and good. That one rattled home, and the Bulldogs needed it to. 1 more coming up for Zoe Gary. Free throw is up and no good. Fight for the rebound. Won by Dell Rapids. 4-point Quarry lead. Long pass ahead, nearly picked off by Lurs, but into the hands of Lindop. Inside quickly for Price. Price runs into a double team. Passes outside. Winia. Left corner 3 is no good. Long rebound picked up by Olsen for Dell Rapids. Here's another 3 up. Lindop this time. That one's no good. Nelson reaches up and grabs the rebound for the Bulldogs. 2:44 to play here in this game. Nelson driving, attacking, baseline, right hand, off the window, and 1 for Audrey Nelson. Cuts the lead to 2 and a chance for 1 more. Nelson up to 8 points in the ball game, and a timeout taken by Coach Steckler and Dell Rapids. 2:38 to go, and a good one down the stretch coming up after a 30-second break on Dakota's Best, KJAM.
Success on the field requires focus, determination, and teamwork. Krug Products wishes good luck to the area players, coaches, and student managers this season. Krug Products has been serving the Madison area since 1947. They have a large inventory of hydraulic hose ends, and adapters. Krug Products also makes custom hoses for LP gas, air conditioning, and power washers. Krug Products, a proud supporter of community activities.
Back here in Dell Rapids, 2:38 to go in the quarter number 4. 39-37. Macros with you from the MDL broadcast booth. Dell Rapids Lady Couriers with the 2-point lead. Madison is going to have some trips to the free throw line here in the final 2:38 perhaps. 10 team fouls now on Dell Rapids. And Audrey Nelson has a chance for one more here from the Edward Jones free throw line. Nelson with a team high 10 points and looking for one more now. Free throw is up and good. And it is a 1-point game, 39-38. Couriers with the basketball, and the 1-point lead is Miller. Sprints into the front court. Miller drives inside, kicks back out. Now between the circles. Winia around a screen. Back to Kindop. Kindop finds Miller. Miller on the attack. Bounce pass through the paint. Finds it wide open. Price who lays it in. And another and one for Dells this time. As the lead back to 3, 41-38. And Price will try to complete the 3-point play for the Couriers. Free throw is up and good. 42-38 Dells. 2:20 to play here in this ball game. As Gary passes off wing left side. Peter Rhines through the paint comes Nelson. Back outside Lurs for an open 3. Got it! Carly Lurs. 3 for 3. 5 are now 8 points in the ball game. And the lead is 1 again, 42-41. Pass inside. It's Winia on the attack. She'll get fouled again. A Wallowing Bull will pick up her 4th. And it'll send Winia to the Edward Jones free throw line to shoot a pair. They're really trying to go into her these last few possessions. She's been making it work. This one off the back of the iron, no good. Second free throw is up, and that one off the back of the iron. Great box out by Gary, the shooter. She gets the free throw, and an empty possession for Dells as they miss both free throws. Chance for the Bulldogs to take the lead, down a point now. Here's Nelson driving left side, got around the defender, puts it up off the glass and converts. Nelson with 13 in the game. The Bulldogs with a 1-point lead, 43-42. Minute and a half to go. Miller drives, steps back from the right elbow. The 2 is good. Miller answers right back. As back and forth we go, a 1-point lead for the Warriors here, 44-43. Nelson, pass over to Peter Rhines. Peter Rhines drives inside the paint. She pulls it up from 10. She knocks it down. 1-point lead for the Bulldogs with just over a minute to go. Miller into the front court, goes quickly into Price. Price steps back, left it short. Wallowing Bull, good D without fouling, and she grabs the rebound and gives it to Zoe Gary with under a minute to play here in the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Madison by a point, 45-44. A reach-in foul committed by Olson. And that will send Zoe back to the Edward Jones free throw line to shoot a pair. Double bonus time here for the Bulldogs. Zoe, after a strong start to the game offensively, has been a little held in check. She has really controlled the glass in the second half. Front end of the double bonus is up and no good. And it's been that kind of night for Zoe. 9 points in the ball game. A big one here to make it a 2-point game, but she'll have to think about it for a moment as Dell Rapids will take a timeout. 52 seconds to go. Madison leads it by a point, 45-44. We have a timeout on the floor, so we'll pause back in 30 seconds on KJM.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Well, we've got a great finish here in Dell Rapids tonight on Dakota's Best, AM 1390. And those of you joining us on our live stream here this evening, 45-44. Madison Lady Bulldogs lead Dell Rapids by a point with 52 seconds to play. Dell Rapids with one timeout left. Madison with 3. Bulldogs are in the double bonus. They shoot 2 at every foul. Dell's is in the bonus on the next foul. Zoe Gary, one more free throw to come here from the Edward Jones free throw line. The Bulldogs senior free throw is up and no good. Rebound to Dells. Wallowing Bull nearly had an offensive board. Still a 1-point game here as Miller brings it up for Dell Rapids. Dribbling away from traffic is Winia. Winia, top of the key. Drive, wide open drive. Rejected by Nelson was Price. Nelson swatted it away. Shot clock is off. She dribbles into the front court and gets fouled. And 2 shots coming up for Audrey Nelson, who has played a whale of a second half. She's got 13 points in the ball game to lead the Bulldogs, and that block shot preserves the lead for the moment. 45-44, free throw up and good. Nelson knocks down a huge bucket there, this to make it a 3-point game. Free throw is up and good. She's 2 of 2 from the Edward Jones free throw line. Are you saving enough? How do you know? Contact Brady or Tyler Weeby today at Edward Jones in Madison. 30 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. The Madison Bulldogs lead Dell Rapids 47-44 on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Madison takes a timeout. We'll keep it right here to set up the final seconds of this one. Bulldogs got a great defensive stop that time. Dell Rapids has been empty their last 2 possessions down the floor. The 2 missed free throws by Price the possession before this, and then Price on the drive. Help defense came over from Nelson. She swatted it away, got her own rebound, and then got fouled as she came up the court. She makes both free throws. Madison looks like they subbed Ostis in here during this timeout taken by Coach Unterbrunner. So maybe looking for a little quicker defense out there for Madison. You've got both Wallowing Bull with Nelson with 4 fouls, and I'm guessing she came in for Wallowing Bull there as they're trying to drive past her. They've been moving the last 2 possessions, Price out and making Cheyenne come out to guard her beyond the arc, get her out of the paint, and then drive. Nelson came over with the help D to got the block on that one, but I don't think they want that opportunity here for Dell, so they'll sub out Ostis for Wallowing Bull on this defensive possession and see if Madison goes after the ball. Yeah, they're setting up to show some pressure here on the inbound at least. 4 black jerseys and 2 white jerseys looking to inbound this one. They get it in, and Miller is able to drive it across the timeline. Miller trying to go all the way, runs into Nelson, throws it up, no whistle, offensive rebound, put back. And I think we're going to have a foul on the Bulldogs. They're going to wave off, it looks like, the shot. This is going to be a 1-and-1 for Dell Rapids. Nelson wanted the charge. They're going to get a foul on Lurs. It was before the shot. And so a 1-and-1 coming up for Liz Price. 21 seconds to play. Madison up 3. Front end of the bonus is up and good. Price with a game high 18 here in this ball game. Price, second free throw on its way. Good. Goes 2 of 2 here. Bulldogs inbound quickly, and Nelson fouled quickly. So that'll walk things down to the other end. Nelson will shoot 2. Bulldogs by a point, 47-46. Nelson can bring it back to a 3-point lead here if she can knock them both down from the Edward Jones free throw line. First one is up and in and out, no good. With 20 seconds to play, Nelson, 15 points in the ball game. Make it 16. She knocks the second one down. Dell Rapids Miller running up quickly. 15 seconds to go now as Miller passes left side. Here's Olsen with it. Olsen around a screen, lost it for a moment, got it back. Gets outside Miller. Miller a three for the lead. No good. Rebound tipped around. We're going to have a jump ball. I know they're going to call that a jump. I don't think anybody had any sort of clear possession. It's going to be a jump ball. And they say it's going to be Madison ball. They're checking on the arrow there. No, I think it's going to be Dell's. Either way, Madison just took a timeout. There's some confusion there on who that ball is going to be. The possession arrow said Madison, or said Dell's, but now they're saying Madison ball. I think maybe they forgot to change the possession arrow on the last jump. So the arrow right now says Madison. The officials are all pointing that way with 3.7 seconds to go. Madison leads it by 2, 48-46. We've not gotten official confirmation of that, but the possession arrow did change from Dell's to Madison, I think acknowledging the fact that it should be Madison's ball here. Dell's took the timeout. It's their final. It will be Madison basketball with 3.7 seconds to play. And Zoe Gary will inbound it. Looking for Nelson. And we get a whistle on a timeout. Taken by Coach Unterbrunner this time. 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. They need to make an inbounds pass and then hit some free throws. We have a timeout on the floor. Let's take a quick one with them. Back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Let's be real. You make things. You grow things. You do things. You want things. And that's where we come in. We're First Bank and Trust, a community bank that understands the unique needs of our community and the people who make it great. First Bank and Trust is just the right size to make big things possible while making sure the small things never feel that way. First Bank and Trust. Real banking, real easy. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Madison Bulldogs 3.7 seconds away from victory here in Dell Rapids. Zoe Gary will inbound it for the Bulldogs. Looks like she wants to fire it all the way down the court. Instead, she passed it for Nelson. It got tipped away by Dells and back out of bounds. So it'll stay here with the Bulldogs. And about a second came off the clock there. 2.5 to go now. Gary looking for an inbounds. We're going to get a foul before they could trigger it in. Foul by Dell Rapids. Olsen, she is fouled out, and that will walk it down the other end for Nelson to shoot 2. Audrey Nelson can put the game away here for the most part if she makes 2 of them. Bulldogs can just walk to the sideline if she knocks them both down. It's a double bonus from the Edward Jones free throw line. First free throw is up and good. 17 in the ball game for Audrey Nelson. One more can basically ice it. 3-point Bulldog lead, 49-46. 4-point Bulldog lead. Nelson makes them both, and Coach Unterbrunner calls a timeout, basically to say, all right, everybody, just walk away. You got a 4-point lead with 2.5 seconds. I wouldn't contest. I would stand on the sideline. Let them throw it in. Let them shoot the 3. They have no timeouts. They can't stop it. Even if it goes through the hoop, the time runs out. As long as Madison doesn't foul on a 3, this one is over, and the Bulldogs will improve to 2-2. Audrey Nelson hitting free throws down the stretch, making big defensive plays down the stretch. She's got 18 points in this fourth quarter. She and Liz Price have been dueling. Price with a game-high 19. Nelson right behind her with 18. Bulldogs break the huddle. On their way to their first win in Dakota 12 conference play this season. Bulldogs will defend here. Pass is rifled through the hands of Dells and out of bounds with 1.8 seconds to go. Bulldogs can just inbound here, and that will do it. Gary throws it in, and this game is over. Madison Bulldogs with the win tonight, 50-46 over the Dell Rapids Warriors. Madison girls improved to 2-2. Dell Rapids falls to 1-4. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. Your Mustang Seeds post-game show coming up in 2 minutes here on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
There's nothing like watching the sun rise over your fields, the smell of hope in the air. At Mustang Seeds, we're ready to help you plan for the next planting season and committed to boosting your yields and increasing your profitability with quality seed genetics customized to your farm ground and your way of farming. Lock in preseason cash discounts, rewards, and competitive pricing by contacting your local Mustang DSM or dealer. Mustang Seeds, plant with pride.
As an award-winning critical access hospital, Madison Regional Health System is committed to providing quality health care close to home. Our healthcare system has over 270 knowledgeable and skilled employees who are dedicated to providing exceptional health care to you and your loved ones. For over 135 years, Madison Regional Health System has made your health our priority, and we have been honored to serve and support our local athletes. Go Bulldogs!
Heartland Energy is your hometown power provider, delivering affordable and reliable energy and services to the city of Madison and surrounding areas. Heartland offers a number of programs to help their customers grow and thrive and wants to be your trusted partner if you're looking to expand your business or if you're in need of low-interest financing. Call Heartland Energy today to explore your options at 605-256-6536. Delivering power with a purpose, Heartland Energy is dedicated to delivering reliable energy and services to the city of Madison.
Bank West in Madison knows what it takes to build a strong team. This is Tom Kaler, and for more than 130 years, we have earned long-term customer relationships by helping our customers and communities succeed. We pride ourselves in adapting to customer needs and providing top-notch customer service. Whether you prefer banking online, on your phone, or in person, we're here to help. Bank West in Madison is convenient, connected, committed, and proud supporters of area sports. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Dell Rapids and welcome into the Mustang Seeds post-game show, brought to you by Mustang Seeds, a family-owned company with a reputation of excellent service and proven performance. For over 60 years, the Madison Lady Bulldogs with the victory here this afternoon in Dell's. 50-46 is the final score. Madison jumped out to an early 11-0 lead in the first quarter of this one. Dell's battled back, though, and took a 3-point lead into the locker room at halftime. Bulldogs, from there on out, boy, it was a back and forth game, and what was pretty low scoring game turned into a race to the finish here, with teams scoring seemingly on every possession in the last 4 minutes of the ball game. We were tied at one point at 29 apiece. I think that was the score in the fourth quarter. With about 6 minutes left to go, we were tied at 29, and this game finishes 50-46. Madison picking up the victory here this afternoon. Bulldogs led in scoring by Audrey Nelson, who had a team-high 18 points. Only Bulldog in double digits tonight, but the scoring pretty balanced throughout. She had 18. A lot of that down the stretch from the Edward Jones free throw line. She was able to knock him down and ice this ball game. Zoe Gary, wasn't her shooting night tonight. She finishes with 9 points. She had the early flurry with 5, but then kind of struggled. Even the free throw line, usually, a player that is going to knock down the majority of her free throws, struggled a little bit from the line tonight, but she's able to get the job done. She finishes with 9 points, and again, just dominated the glass in the ball game here for the Bulldogs. 7 also in the game for Ella Peterines. 9, as you said, for Gary. 8 for Carly Lurs. It didn't miss a shot tonight. Carly Lurs was perfect in the ball game this evening. 5 for Cheyenne Wallowing Bull, who had a tough job defensively. She was able to do a pretty good job on here tonight. Game high in this ball game came from Liz Price. She had 19.6 for Jenna Miller in the ball game for Dell Rapids in the loss. As again, the Madison Bulldogs get the win and improved to 2-2 on the season. I believe, hey, yes, walking up the stairs here to come up with us is Madison head coach Max Underbrunner. We'll hand that microphone off to you, Coach. It was a battle down the stretch. Something I want to talk about. You could tell, I think it was maybe the end of the third, start of the fourth quarter, the game was getting physical, and, could tell particularly a couple players for the Bulldogs were upset about it. And in particular, Audrey was able to come back, kind of put it aside, and finish with a real strong finish at this game. How did you tell your team to handle the physical play out there?
Well, that's something that we've been talking about, being mentally strong. And when it gets to that point, we have to be mentally strong so we don't do things foolishly. And those girls are working hard. Audrey, definitely, she came back, played hard, but Ella out there, she was frustrated. She came back, she played within herself. Zoe could say the same thing. They had her number. Carly, all of them, even the girls off the bench, we're learning to be more mentally strong as well as physically strong. And we're tired today. We had that game last night, but I told them no excuses. And again, that's something that we are working on as a team. And I think it's coming around, and it's going to carry over. I mean, it's going to carry over into their classroom and everything. And they've really, really worked hard at that.
Yeah, the way they were able to focus in at the end of this game was impressive to put it away. You mentioned Carly Lures, perfect tonight. She takes 3 shots, 2 of them from deep. She knocks them all down. She hit, I think she was 2 of 3 from deep yesterday. She's a shooter out there. If she can, kind of get the ball in rhythm, and she's not a player that seems to be looking to take her shot, but every time she gets it, I feel like the whole team is yelling, shoot. And she came up big again in the fourth quarter of this one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Carly, she's solid. She does. She plays hard defense. There's one time out there, she was trying to, pretend on the back door, and she's like, I don't know how far from the 3-point line. It says, don't waste all your energy out there. She can't shoot that far. But, again, all these girls are learning that they can shoot the ball. Kudos to Zoe. Zoe's a really good player, and Audrey's a really good player. But we have other girls that know that they can pick the ball up now, and we can shoot the ball. And we're going to continue to work on our shooting and working to be a better rounded team and still have those big dogs for us.
Yeah. Well, the Dogs, by the way, get their second victory of the year, first victory in DAC 12 play. I know it's been a strange year with the weather and everything, but at some point you got to sit back and go, all right, we're 2-2. Let's get this going here. I know you got, I think, 11 games left in the month of January, so there's a lot of basketball coming up.
We sort of get a little bit. We're in the NBA schedule now.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of practices to try to tweak things and work things out. Again, these girls are working hard to do everything every single day. And, now going down the road, like I said, so many games, we got to stay healthy. We got to stay, physically healthy, mentally healthy. We got school now. We got all this stuff. And like I said, they're hard workers. And I am so proud. And I just told them in the locker room, I said, for those that might have been out there for 8 seconds, you played the hardest 8 seconds you did. For those who didn't get out, you still are going to have your 8 seconds or your 8 minutes, and they know they will. And we just are a team, and we're coming together really well. I'm very, very proud of them.
Well, congrats on the win, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
That's Madison head coach Max Underbrunner with us here in our Mustang Seeds post-game show. Madison Bulldogs with the win, 50-46. Yeah, we've got Bulldog basketball coming up for you next week, boys and girls, right here on AM 1390. We'll have every game next week through the until Saturday that Madison plays, and then hopefully for the last time this year, we've got both teams playing at the same time. Basically, we'll have the Madison boys game Saturday. The girls will be at home against Chester at DSU. Not technically a home game, but in Madison at DSU against Chester Saturday. We'll be in Coleman for the boys game against Dell St. Mary Saturday afternoon. Otherwise, we'll have all the Bulldog basketball for you this week here on Dakota's Best, AM 1390, and online at AmazingMadison.com. That's going to do it for our ball game here tonight, our broadcast. My thanks to Penelope engineering the game back at the KJAM studios in downtown Madison. Your final score, Madison 50, Dell Rapids 46. For everyone at KJAM Sports, I'm Matt Gross. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your Saturday night.